most Americans don't care about women's basketball. We do here in Connecticut, University of Connecticut, Gino Auriemma. All my kids went to UConn, so it's kind of a religion in the state. But few things, she did really, for whatever reason, she has revived this sport. She's straight, she's white, she is Catholic. I think she's not religious, but she's somewhat religious. So she's anathema to much of this league, which is black, lesbian, and I guess irreligious. But nevertheless, when she came to town, she was putting butts in the seats. They were filling out the arenas. So, right, you called her the Golden Goose. That said, 2024, she should have been on the Olympic team. These old hags that were in the league would not let her on. The league just put out its 30th anniversary, so that's a big poster, and they have 30 stars on it. She's not one of them. I mean, even the league itself hates her. And then this incident last week where she was knocked down. And people talk about the fist on the neck.
Yeah.
But there was also an attempt by that same woman to turn around to stomp on her, but she had rolled over.
I saw that. It was almost like a George Floyd thing with a knee. And the fist to the jugular vein was really scary. And then the referees didn't do anything. And then the next day they gave a slap on the wrist one day. And then immediately they started to turn around. The girls involved said, we're victims. We're getting racist comments. Well, welcome to the club. If you are in the public squares, I can tell you that I've had some of the worst threats in my life on online comments and emails. But they made her the aggressor. And then I think it was the New York Post, or maybe it was somebody sent in a news aggregate. They listed everything they have done to her for the last 3 years. Man,
Fox News has done an article on that. Yeah,
yes,
right.
And they ruptured her eardrum. They hit her back. They kicked her. It's just flagrant violence. You know what she should do? I really believe that she should do this. She should just announce that she's quitting this corrupt league and go to Europe and play basketball there. And she would do it to European basketball. You would have Americans interested in it. It would be televised. They'd get a global audience, and just give up on these people because they're never going to accept her. Yeah. And the reason that people come out and see her is that she's a multifaceted athlete. It's not just because she's white or straight. She can shoot three-pointers, and she's huge, tall, and gangly, but she's tall. She can rebound. She can pass. She's a composite player, and she's not just a muscle person, or she's not, and I think that it's got to a point where they're going to try to kill her. I really do believe that. Yeah. Whether it's going to be, intentional I know they're going to try to hurt her permanently, and they think it's cute because the perpetrator posted something, I think, right afterwards. Do you want that? Kind of, and then she took it down, but and then when you see the Carmelo Anthony, the whole commentary that, I wish I had killed his twin brother on all this. And everybody's just supposed to say, you know what, this is because of slavery or something. I don't know.
Somebody made an image of, they had 3 white basketball players beating up a black player. There would have been, can you imagine what would have happened in that?
I know what would happen, because a great athlete was Jackie Robinson, and he was treated terribly by a lot of white players. But unlike this condition, there were a lot of white. Pee Wee Reese, for example, on the Brooklyn Dodgers, was wonderful. And there was a lot of white players and Branch Rick, all those people supported Jackie Robinson. Yeah. And he was like Caitlin Clark. He kept it cool. He didn't strike back at them, but he didn't back down. And it really shamed people to see that there were people in Major League Baseball who were racist. And now that it's completely flipped. You now have a black dominant league, and you have very few white players. And one of the arguments was of the major leagues, this is all white, and you have 12%, 10% at that time a Black America, and they have talented athletes, and you're not letting the 10% participate. And now people are saying, well, women's basketball is 75 to 80% Black women, and now you have a very tiny minority of the majority of the country, which is 65 to 70%, and the so-called majority accepts it's a meritocratic enterprise,
Right.
that we don't want quotas, we don't want set-asides, we don't want DEI, we don't want affirmative action. But it is a predominantly Black and, to a large degree, Black lesbian league, and it doesn't represent the demography of America, to use the leftist terms.
Right.
There
Right.
is no diversity. There is no proportional representation. That's the terms that they use, not me. And they say when there's not proportional representation and there's not diversity, it's because of systemic racism. And it isn't, I don't think. I think it's because of cultural trends or whatever, emphases of different cultures in different areas of expertise. But my point is that if they're going to treat, if they have, if that league and its coaches and its referees and its owners want to establish the principle, and they have established it, that any brilliantly talented white girl who goes there and has a following that transcends race, because a lot of I looked at some of the clips. She has a lot of Mexican American, Asian, everybody type fans,
Right.
Black fans.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Black people who come out and deplored what happened to her.
Right.
And if they don't want that type of person in there, and they're going to try to hurt them permanently to get rid of them, then I think people should do a left-wing boycott. They
Yeah.
shouldn't
Vote
watch
with
it.
their feet. Right.
I don't think they should watch it. I don't think they should. I think they should go after the sponsors who that sell ads during the broadcast. They should go after the broadcast. Should do just what the left does, to, tit for tat. Just say, you know what, this is a endemically, systematically racist enterprise, and you know what's going on. You know that this person is targeted because she's white, and to a lesser degree, maybe she's targeted because she's heterosexual, and you know that the referees are not calling flagrant fouls as they should. You know the players are deliberately trying to hurt her. You know the coaches are helping them, and you know the owners won't say a word because they're terrified that the majority of their players feel
Yeah.
this way. And there's no place in the United States for that. There isn't. So people should just turn their backs and say, Caitlin, get out.
Yeah.
Start your own league. Go to Europe, but don't stay there because they're going to kill you. That's the
Yeah.
way I feel about it.